Let's give it some units here. So let's say this is 5, 4, 3. Why not? So our volume of a rectangular prism is, you'll see this formula a lot, big BH, and that just means volume of the base. So here the base is a rectangle, so it's length times width times height. Now, here's the thing that confuses most students. If you have something with bases, which means big B, your bases have to be parallel if it's a prism. So in a rectangular prism, it doesn't matter what you consider your base. But on other shapes, it does matter. For a triangular prism, the triangle has to be the base. And we'll get to that in a minute. But just know that your bases have to be parallel. And Grant, I think, maybe already be ahead of us. So our length, we'll say, is 5. Our width is 4. And our height is 3. 5 times 4 is 20. 20 times 3 is 60. All right, Grant, there's no reason to be sorry. You're ahead, you're ahead. It's like all the people who finished in front of me in my race yesterday. No reason to be sorry. I should have been faster. But I wasn't. All right, so let's try one more. Cowtown. I did my first ultra marathon. All right, so let's give you one to do. I want this one in the Q&A pod. So let's say, oh, what did we do? 5, 4, 3. I'm going to double the measurements here. So we're going to use 10, 8, and 6. And I'm doing this for another particular reason. So try and find the volume. Put your answers in the Q&A pod, and then we're going to go over it because I want to point out something when we do this. All right. So if you notice on this one, I doubled all our measurements. So let's work this out. Most of you guys got it right. So here would be 10 times 8 times 6. And when I do stuff like this, I like to pick which ones I'm going to multiply first. So I do 10 or 8 times 6 first and get 48 because I know anything times 10 I'm just going to add a 0 to. So my volume there is 480. I didn't put units, but we'll say inches cubed. Yeah, I have bad handwriting, Grant. If you did 6 times 6 times 8, I'm sorry. It happens. If you're ever not sure what my handwriting says, just ask. You won't offend me one bit. I know I have bad handwriting. Alright, so the reason I picked this is if you look at the original one, 60, and then my new one, 480. Well, I doubled all the sides, but that's not double. 60 times 2 is 120. So I didn't double the volume there. What would I have to multiply 60 by to get 480? Not 3. 3 times 6 is 18. Jalen's got it. Madison's got it. Lucas got it. Evan's got it. It is 8, because 6 times 8 is 48. Good job, Avery. And the other Madison and Cheyenne. Good. So it is 8 times bigger. When you double the sides of a 3D object, your volume will be 8 times bigger. It doesn't matter the shape. If it's a rectangular prism or a cube or a cylinder, whatever. If you double all the sides, it will always be 8 times bigger. And not just because you have 3 sides there and you times each side by 3. So 2 times 2 times 2 gives us that 8. So I'm not sure where that is, but I know that's a question somewhere in Connexus. I don't know if it's a quiz or test or what, but I know that is one of the questions. It's how many times bigger will it get if you double all the sides? It will be 8 times bigger.
So let's get started. So solving two-step equations, and I'll give you guys a chance to do some of these on the screen too. Excuse me. So I'll pick number 2 here to solve. So we got 8 equals 3x minus 7. Now when you solve an equation, you have to do everything backwards because you have the answer here. You have the answer is 8. So you're not trying to find the answer in this, you're trying to find what the x is, or what we started with. So you can think of this as, working backwards. So when we work backwards, we have to do order of operations backwards. So we're going to get rid of addition and subtraction first, and then we're going to get rid of multiplication and division, and then exponents, and then parentheses. Now, we don't have exponents and parentheses on any of these, but we do have to know to get rid of the addition or subtraction first, and then get rid of the multiplication and division. If you don't do it in order, you're going to get the wrong answer. So I can get rid of my minus 7. Get rid of minus 7. I'm going to add 7 to both sides. So that's like saying I owe my mom $7 and I paid her back $7. I owe my mom nothing. And then 8 plus 7 on the other side is 15. So I got 15 equals 3x. Now I got a one-step equation. You guys have solved lots of those. So just going to divide by 3. And I get x equals 5. So on these, there's never really a good reason to get one of these wrong, because you can always check your answer. So if x equals 5, we're going to have 8 equals 3 times 5 minus 7. So 3 times 5 is 15, and 15 minus 7 equals 8. So I just checked my answer, a equals 8. So if you're getting equations wrong, and this doesn't apply just to 6th grade, this is 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade math, into high school, when you get into algebra. If you're willing to check yourself, you can get 100 on pretty much everything. Now, obviously, a lot of students don't take the time to do that. And that's their choice. But you are capable of getting 100 on everything because you can check your answers. And if you don't have the right answer, you can rework it. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do a division one. Switch colors here, just to show you the difference here. So I'm going to do number 3 here. So we got P divided by 5 plus 6 equals 12. So get rid of my addition and subtraction first. Then get rid of plus 6. I can subtract 6 from both sides. So I get P divided by 5 equals 12 minus 6 is 6. So now to get rid of the divide by 5, I'm going to multiply by 5. So P equals 6 times 5 is 30. So we can check this. 30 divided by 5 plus 6 equals 12. So 30 divided by 5 is going to give me 6. And 6 plus 6 equals 12. Any questions on that? Now, I want you to solve number 1 and 2, or not 1 and 2, 1 and 4. Put your answer in the Q&A pod, and then I'm going to have somebody write it on the screen for us. But I'm going to wait on that because there's somebody still writing down the examples I already wrote. So put your answer in the Q&A pod first, and then I'll ask somebody in the Q&A pod to write on the screen. If I ask you to do it and you don't want to do it, that's okay. Just say, I'd rather not. Not a big deal.